we at all live? So look. Oh, I don't know. There's always such a delay with these things. All right. Good morning. After a nice long bank holiday weekend, I hope everyone has had a wonderful couple of days off. I certainly took advantage and just chilled out. I didn't. We didn't set any plans. Yeah, probably should have, but no. We took advantage of just enjoying the sunshine, chilling out, and some time together. So I hope you guys had a wonderful 4-day bank holiday. So I thought it would be difficult to wake up this morning, but I've woken up with quite the spring in my step. And I think that's gonna be the theme for today. As I did last week, you guys can journal however you wish. So if you want to do some freestyling journaling, if you want to kickstart that creative writing, and just kind of do some morning pages, or if you want to follow what we were doing last week, I'm still continuing with Apex and just set my intentions for the day, what I want to focus on, what I want to focus less on. But I also want to take advantage of this good mood, um, and pose some questions to you guys. I do like to slip a prompt in. So I was having a little think and bouncing off my springy feeling. The sun is out. I think people are starting to kind of warm up to the fact that summer is on its way. And for me, that's a period of time where I do start, like a lot of other people, I think, looking around my home and start wanting to spring clean, to declutter, to wipe away all those cobwebs, and kind of just, embrace the kind of light feeling that I get from spring and summer. So you guys, like I say, you can be journaling about whatever you want, but I wanted to throw this kind of question out there, and it's around journaling for an efficient life. If you follow some of my posts, you know that I'm kind of lazy. I like things to be easier. I like things to be as efficient as possible. I do not like wasting time unless I'm reading a book. So here's the question. How does your environment, so your home where you kind of spend a lot of your time, how does it make you feel? Because it's important, I think, that the home is somewhere that isn't stressful. It kind of creates the atmosphere that when you come home, if you're going off to work, if you're coming home, it's somewhere where you can relax. You can focus on things that you want to do, whether that's reading, writing, gaming, kind of chilling out with your other half. Does your home promote all the things that you want from your life? Or does it cause you stress? Um, a good few years ago, I found that I was coming home. It was quite stressful. We weren't very kind of tidy. We didn't put things away. And I found that the weekends were mainly spent clearing up my crap from the week, which I didn't want to do, quite frankly. Like I said, I'm I hate cleaning. It's one of those adult chores that you've got to do. You've got to do it. So I wanted to find ways in which I can have a nice, tidy house that kind of promotes a stress-free living, somewhere nice. So I journaled about it. I went through, you know, how did my home make me feel right then? And then looked at each room. How did each room make me feel? From there, I identified how I wanted to feel within that space, how I wanted to live within each of the rooms. And from those two exercises, so just asking the questions, going round, what did also help me was that I would take pictures of the different rooms so that I could come back when I sat down to journal about it. I would look objectively at the pictures, try and see it as an outside person looking in to work out where the changes could happen. And then from there, created a plan. So I went through this exercise quite intensively. God, it must have been about 5 years ago. I mean, I don't know how many glasses two people needed. It certainly wasn't the amount of glasses that that we had. So, is the decluttering, the kind of spring cleaning, something that you do kind of yearly? Do you do it regularly? Is it something that you keep on top of? Is journaling around your environment something that interests you? I'm just touching on it today, but I've got lots of kind of ideas and examples of all the kind of tips, tricks, whatever that I used to be able to go through all my things and kind of detach from a lot of them in order to kind of give them away or get rid of and make space. Because the one thing that really jumped out in my journal was space. I wanted to create space, and I don't know whether that's because I live in a kind of old terraced house. It's like 100 years old, and back then they had a lot more space to kind of play around with. But the houses are very narrow, they're very long, and then you've got this ginormous garden on the end. And I think, like most people, we filled it. You know, you're faced with this space, this empty room, and we filled it and filled it. So I wanted to go through a process of stripping all that back and just having the things around me that I use or I just love having around. I'm not one of those ones that every space is kind of empty or every shelf is empty. I still have stuff, but the stuff that I actually have around me, it all means something to me and it adds to the kind of environment that I want to live in. So you guys can let me know if that is something that that you're interested in and kind of exploring, or whether it's a practice that you currently do. So, how are you getting on with your journaling? Like always, if you have questions, send them through. I have the chat thingy up just in case there is. I just spent a few minutes before we jumped on the stream reading through last week. I feel very different to how I felt last week. Very, very different. There's a lot of things that I'm keen and hell-bent today on finishing up and finally not ever writing it in my to-do list. And I just, yeah, the overall feeling, you know, the kind of the words I used. I think I was a bit stressy on some days looking at my handwriting. But I'm feeling so much different. So much different. So take some time. If you are going through this with me, then take a look back at kind of last week, whether you journaled over the 4 days. I will hold my hands up and say that I didn't. I literally took the 4 days to step back, and I wasn't on social media. So there was no LinkedIn, no Twitter. You know, all my stats are now at 0. I feel like I'm starting again, but that feels good. I actually feel quite excited by that. Whereas I think last week I was a bit bummed by it, or not happy. So I am going to maximize on the the way I woke up this morning, how I'm feeling towards everything. There's definitely that spring in my step, and I want to direct that energy towards creating the correct content that I want to do this week. And then around my home, I'm going to dig out the plan that I had 5 years ago. I'm going to review that, and I'm going to start taking some action. So, I also this morning, I haven't got a focused to-do list. I've got a brain dump. Now, I don't do this very often. I usually try and have a very focused, these are the, kind of 3 things I'm going to focus on doing today. These are the kind of outreach tasks I'm going to get done, and then have some other things around it. But waking up with this kind of zesty spring, everything's going through my head. So I wanted to throw that all down on a random piece of paper and then go through it, because it is filled with all sorts of stuff. From like cleaning tasks around the house, some decluttering tasks, right through to who to reach out to, who to make contact with this week. So it's all mishmashed together because that's how my brain threw it all out. So I need to take a few moments after this live stream. I will pull out certain tasks for today. And I've probably got enough to see me now right through to Friday. I don't think I'll need any more tasks on my list. So, journaling for the morning, your focus task list for the day. So make sure you've created space within your day and your week. Let that brain chill out a bit. Let that brain mull over some ideas that you have, and do not feel guilty, as I did quite a few times last week. So that's something I need to work on. And because we didn't do a stream yesterday, so I normally pull a card on a Monday just to, excuse me, just to kind of something for us to think about as we go through our week. We didn't do that yesterday because I did not do anything yesterday. We're going to do it today. So ping any questions through. Any journaling questions? Any myths you want to bust? Any queries that have come out from your journaling? Anything you're finding difficult? Is there a type of or a way of journaling that you want to try? All right. Let's make some space. So if anyone is out there, tell me how your weekend went. What did you do? Did you do anything special? Did you go out? Did you have nice weather? Well, I was very excited to have had lamb on Sunday. I haven't had lamb for ages. Hubby bangs on about not ever eating lamb. He loves lamb, so I bought him a leg. That's what we done. All right. Ooh. Okay. So, our card for the week is an interesting one. All right. See that? Electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. So, anyone got ideas that you need to bring to life? I'm sure I've got loads. All right. Seemingly out of nowhere, the jolt of electric eel spirit appears to awaken you to a big idea that you're meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments are gifted to you right now, so celebrate. Your life has potential for profound transformation. Inspiration arises in you, electrifying you so that you can't wait to get started to bring your idea to life. What about spring cleaning? Do you think that applies? Do you think it could? I think it might. I could read it like that, though, couldn't I? I could. The revelations you experience now are meant to set you on a new path, so don't be afraid to act. Explore, examine, and do not fear the changes that may come. For Spirit wants to shower you with love, success, abundance that you hope to experience. Now is a thrilling time of epiphanies, inspired ideas, and innovation. This is a wondrous sign for you today. So I would be really interested, given everything I have yacked on about for the last 16 minutes, whether that kind of speaks to you. Do you guys is there an idea that you've been kind of mulling over, an idea maybe set in a journal somewhere where it's niggling at you? Maybe this week is the time where you go, fuck it, and do it. Give it a go. Run with it. I would be super, super interested to find out if that does resonate with you guys. And if you do run with an idea, if you give it a go, I suppose these cards are food for thought. And maybe the oomph you need to go out there and just do it. So I'm going to definitely ponder on that and see where that fits in. I've got some ideas that I've been mulling over. Maybe this week is the week where I just run with them. Who's with me? Shall we? Shall we give it a go? Let me know. Let me know what you think. So, I do not have any questions coming through. So, I will leave you all to your wonderful day and week. I'm planning on coming back tomorrow. So, I will look forward to seeing you then. If you are looking for any prompts for your journaling, there is a link to, it's geniusly called the Bumper Pack. I mean, can someone suggest a better name than that? Should have thought that through. I was concentrating on the inside. So anyway, if you want some prompts, if you're stuck for journaling, there's the QR code. Go and download it. There is actually a section within that pack that has prompts for journaling around minimalism. So it doesn't have to be empty a house kind of minimalism, but think of it more of creating your environment to reflect how you want to live. So there's that. And of course, journals, if you fancy a new one, then they're available on Amazon. So stick my name in there. It should come up. If you're struggling, then DM me and I will send you a link. Equally, if you are not sure which journal, because there's a few of them, what journal would suit you, and how you wish to journal, and what your why for journaling, then DM me. We can set up a call and we can go through some options and find you the right one. So have a wonderful day, and I will catch you all tomorrow.